Hey guys, this is Kristen from KristenCoaching.com. The topic of this video has to do with reasons why your relationship isn't progressing. A lot of times we can feel that our relationship is kind of at a stalemate, where we once had a lot of goals for the future and we were really excited about what the future was going to hold, and we're feeling like progress really isn't being made on the level that we wanted it to, or maybe the pace that we wanted it at. And I think it's really important to understand, why your relationship feels like it's slowing down, or maybe it's at a stalemate and it's not progressing the way you want it. You always have to be aware of what's going on in your relationship so you can make changes accordingly and act on it before it tends to go downhill and spiral down to where it becomes an unhealthy dynamic. And before you know it, you could be breaking up. So you need to be addressing these issues early on. So I wanted to talk about some common reasons why relationships feel that they are not progressing and where they're kind of coming to a halt. And we're going to talk about those. I think the number one thing why a relationship could be at a stalemate could be due to financial issues. I think financial stressors and making sure that you are secure within your lifestyle and paying bills and rent or mortgages or things that you need to do are really priority for a lot of people. I mean, after all, we want to be able to live and thrive and do what we need to do, and everything costs money these days. So sometimes when a relationship feels like it's not really going anywhere, it could be that either you or your partner has finances on their mind, and it could be a really stressful thing that gets in the way of other progression of the relationship. So it's just something to be aware of. And if financial issues are getting in the way of your relationship, well, what can you do together to figure out a way to tackle this problem so you can continue moving forward in your relationship goals that are obviously really important for you? Also, I think drifting apart is a common reason why relationships sometimes feel like they're at a stalemate. And that's really important for you to be aware of. What type of emotional rifts are coming between you guys, if any? Are you guys drifting apart? Are you guys feeling like you're on different paths lately and you're not on that same page that you once were? These are just questions that I think are really important for you to figure out if that's really what's going on for you, so you can figure out if there's anything you can do to kind of come back together and get on that same page that you guys once were. Also, sometimes people in the relationship, whether it's yourself or your other half, might not be ready to settle down or be ready for that big commitment that maybe one other person wants. And sometimes somebody who isn't ready for that commitment, but the other person is, can really create that sense of a stalemate in the relationship and feeling like it's not going anywhere because one person is pulling back and holding back and the other person's kind of trying to pull you forward, and it's this tug of war, it's this push-pull, and that can be a really unhealthy dynamic sometimes, and a really frustrating dynamic for both parties. So make sure that you guys aren't having that push-pull thing going on. And kind of along that topic, I think, having unresolved relationship issues can also be really hard for the relationship and feel like that is causing the relationship to be at a standstill as well. What's going on? What isn't being addressed? What's not being talked about? What are some issues that could be going on that are preventing you guys from moving forward and meeting your goals? You're not going to be able to meet those goals in the future if you're not addressing the now problems and tackling them as need be. Every relationship has issues. Every relationship, there are problems that you need to be working on. So what are those for you? If you think that you have a perfect relationship, that is not true. That does not exist. There's no perfect relationship. There are always things that you guys could be working on. And sometimes problems can be really hidden underneath the surface, where both people in the relationship really don't even know they're there until they come to light, until they're in the forefront. So make sure there aren't any hidden relationship issues that you're not working on that could be preventing you from meeting your relationship goals. And then there are some things where either yourself or your other half might not be putting your relationship as the priority. Maybe there's other things in life that are more important for the time being than the relationship. Maybe it's career goals. Maybe it is financial stability. Maybe it is, certain family situations that are causing a lot of stress and they want the family situation to be okay before they can fix the relationship piece. Just make sure there's not other things that are getting in the way that are more important than focusing on the relationship. Because again, if one person is making the relationship priority, but the other person in the relationship isn't, you're going to feel that it's coming to a stalemate and that there isn't going to be any progress made. So I wanted to talk about those top 5 reasons why relationships feel like they're not progressing. And if you're in that type of a situation, you know, which one fits for you, and really figure out if there's other stuff going on that's causing you guys to feel that you're not meeting your relationship goals in the way that you want them to be met. Obviously, there's more than 5 out there. These are just the most common ones that I could think of. But if there's something else that you think is going on, trust your gut, trust your instinct, and address the issue now before it gets worse and before you get that feeling of resentment, feeling like your relationship isn't going anywhere. So I hope I shed some light on this topic for you guys. That's always the goal. And I want you guys to do something about it so you can take care of yourselves and you can take care of your relationships. Feel free to comment below or ask me any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.